Okay, so this is like the perfect freaking background for what I'm about to say. So I do have some good news. That'll be the next video. But so I went for my trigger point injections and they were working. I read my note again from the same bloody office. And I'm not blasting them just yet, but and I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse. So this is hard for me to say. But the nurses there, and I'm not talking about the nurses there in the procedure. I'm talking whoever's doing triage over my chart. And are awful. I have no way else to say it but that. I literally said in this message, this needs to be sent to doctor, blah, blah, blah. This is a safety, this is possibly a med error. This is a safety issue. Or this is a documentation issue. So I get there, and we had talked previously about not doing lidocaine. So during my epidurals, lidocaine stopped working. And on top of that, in the beginning when it was working, my BP was just like plummeting from lidocaine and the tachycardia. I mean, signs that I might have had something going on back then, like dysautonomia wise. But the more you know. But so they said they were going to add it as an allergy. Suddenly it is not in my chart as an allergy. The doctor wrote lido only after telling me. So we had a whole conversation both the visit before and this visit saying that we were going to do Bupivacaine. And I can't pronounce it right, so come at me as all you want. And we did the timeout. Again, I watched them dispose of the fudging lidocaine that they drew up for this procedure. And they went and got the Bupivacaine and they scanned it and they did all that stuff. But my notes, this is now the second time my notes are totally wrong. God, all my freaking alerts are going off right now. Sorry, guys. This is now the second time my notes are totally wrong with this place. And I have asked nicely. I gave it to the doctor. I've had questions about my diazepam wean. He is in addition to being a pain specialist, I'm not addicted, but I'm physiologically dependent because I was on it for so long when all the shit was going on. And I've been having autonomic issues, tachycardia, PSH episodes are back, some with sustained tachycardia, even though that's a little bit better with the increased need of Albumin. But anyways, none of my questions have been answered. I'm now being pushed off to the PA, which I did not agree to. And then reading in the EDS groups, apparently the PA doesn't know much about pain, so this is going to be fun. I then fell out of bed. So I was fighting in my dream and apparently body slammed myself out of bed. So I pretty much have undone the trigger point injections. I'm not supposed to fall for risk of paralysis. But neurosurgery did give me the permission to just monitor. And so far that I am getting better. And it's actually more my legs and my knees. I am surprised. I literally landed with like... So, not that I lock my feet when I'm having a PSH episode and I get into a fetal position. And I must have did that in my sleep. Because that's how I landed. I landed with my legs like est underneath me. And like my feet underneath me. I honestly do not know how I did not break a bone. Whether it was... Oh, my shoulders are hurting me right now. Whether it was my hips, my legs, my ankles, my knees. My knees were sublocks for sure. They kept popping out of place. But yeah. And then my legs swelled up so bad. I was so worried about compartment syndrome. But they actually finally came down. And now I'm just doing like gentle isometrics, range of motion. Shit. Mostly sleeping. So my body is recovering. But anyways. So I called them to tell them about the fall and that I thought I was going to need an injection sooner than later. And they're like, oh, well, you're seeing the PA. Well, my question is, can the PA do the injections? And can we make sure it's the right medication? Like, I wanted to do SGB with these people, but now, and this is who, like, is highly recommended, but a lot of people have had the same issues. It's not the doctor, other than the doctor's too busy and has too many patients. It's the office. The office is bloody awful. And I don't know. Like, I'm afraid if I get patient relations involved, then I'm going to get kicked out. I'm going to give them a chance to fix the note and to tell me what medication I got, because they scanned it, so they should be able to tell. I mean, I did feel a little dizzy and pre-syncope and stuff, but it was hard as hell in that office, and even with Bupivacaine, I do get that reaction. So I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. The only difference is lidocaine is usually mixed with Epi, and that's why it's not recommended in people with POTS. This is a local. I'm thinking I might find a local place just to do the trigger points. He's not helping me. He's not guiding me in pain management. I understand they didn't want to take over the pain management, but I expected some freaking guidance instead of us having to keep patchwork this on our own. So, I don't know. All I know is I'm having trouble with this office. I'm half thinking of, I have a Solus case manager advocate, and I'm half thinking of sicking her on them. I did sign it with my credentials, which I never, well, this is not a choice. I've done it with these people because they suddenly don't treat you like crap when they know you know what the fudge you're talking about and that you're an RN too. I don't like to do that, but I've done. It's because this is now a safety issue. Like, what medication did I get? But anyways, so that's the story of my life, and just trying to advocate for good care. I may end up getting kicked out of another pain clinic because, like, my notes are all wrong. This is not fair that I cannot get my notes corrected. And then I'm going to send it to medical records, and they're going to be like, well, blah, blah, blah. You know what? They never freaking correct their notes.
Fall detected.
Oh.
Hold the call button to cancel.
Hold on. So.
Fall detected.
Okay,
Hold the
now
call
I'll come back
button
with
to
good
cancel.
news.